Not working.
It,
Do we just talk? Okay.
we just talked.
Yeah. All right. Today we have a special guest with us, Aiden Carey.
My name's Aiden. I'm a sophomore here at Iona.
So we're gonna be talking about sports today. So on the topic of Yankees making it to postseason, who's your all-time favorite Yankee player and why?
I've got two that come to mind:
Okay. Who?
Derek Jeter and Mark Teixeira. Derek Jeter was always my guy when I was a kid. I always looked up to him. He was a big leader. He was also a good guy. And Mark Teixeira was just my favorite after Jeter.
And okay, so who's your current favorite Yankee player on the roster right now?
Ooh, current favorite? I'd have to say Giancarlo Stanton.
Okay, I agree with that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It was Soto last year. He was
Oh
my dog,
no!
but I don't like him no more.
Did you hear about the Mets Pete Alonso
Yeah, Pete
withdrawing
Alonso
from his
opted out
contract?
of his contract.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Yankees' chances this season?
I think if Aaron Judge can produce a great postseason, the Yankees have a really good chance of going really far. But if the Yankees can't produce their bats and then they're pitching, it's going to be a good matchup tomorrow night with Max Fried and Garrett Crochet.
Yeah.
Garrett Crochet is an amazing pitcher. He's a Cy Young candidate. And, it's going to be very fun to see. I'm going to go to a game this series against the Red Sox because
Are you gonna go tomorrow?
I'm going to go tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll probably go Wednesday, depending on who wins.
What time is that? 6.
It's at 6, yeah. But if Aaron Judge can produce, the Yankees will have an amazing postseason. Like last year, if Aaron Judge produced where he could have, he
Yeah.
left so many runners in scoring position, the Yankees would have won the World Series, 100%.
So seeing that postseason, our first team we're against is the Red Sox. How do you feel about that?
I feel interestingly. I'd like to say I feel good about it, but no, the Yankees played horrible against the AL East this year. They played horrible against the Blue Jays, and they played all right against the Red Sox. I'm not looking forward to facing Garrett Crochet game 1 because Garrett Crochet is an amazing pitcher who dominated the Yankees pretty well. Judge did okay against him, but he struck out a lot against him, hit a couple home runs, but it's not looking the best. But I just saw on Instagram Ahmed Rosario has a pretty good lifetime against Garrett Crochet, so maybe he's a guy that we could put in the lineup, but we'll see what Aaron Boone does.
I don't know how I feel about Aaron Boone every year. It's like he disappoints me.
I think more of the time it's the Yankees making those problems. Like last year with Game 5, Garrett Cole didn't cover the bag. Aaron Judge dropped the ball.
Oh
The
yeah,
Yankees don't know how to play baseball, if that makes sense.
We could have beat the Dodgers. We wouldn't have been out that
We
time.
outscored the Dodgers in that series. We should have won Game 1. Tim Hill should have
Exactly. I don't
pitched.
know. It was like they had Butterfingers the whole time. But anyways, moving on to the Ryder Cup. Before I know you like the Ryder Cup.
It's gonna
So
make me mad. The United States just lost.
what's your favorite Ryder Cup memory then?
I think so. Even though my favorite golfer is a European, come time the Ryder Cup every 2 years, I root against him because obviously I'm American. His name's Rory McIlroy. He plays for Europe. But I remember when Rory McIlroy and Patrick Reed were playing each other. I think it was 2016, and Patrick Reed was just going at him and just being all cocky, and I loved it.
So which player do you think thrives the most under pressure?
If I'm being honest, it looked like I think Scotty Scheffler does. Scotty Scheffler is the world number 1, and I think Rory McIlroy does. Scotty Scheffler's for the United States, world number 1. He had a dominant 2025 season, and he won 2 out of the 4 majors. He won the PGA Championship, and he won the U.S. No, he didn't win the U.S. Open. He won the PGA Championship and the Open. And also Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy was getting heckled like crazy by all the New Yorkers, and then he stuck a shot to 3 feet and won his match. So,
Do you think captain's picks matter more than people realize?
I think Keegan Bradley did an all right job. I would have loved to see him play. There's a thing where in the Ryder Cup, your captain doesn't play, and there was a big window of if he was going to play or not leading up to it. Yes, Keegan Bradley. There was a lot leading up to it. There was a lot of lingering information. Like there's people saying, "Oh, he's gonna play. Oh, he's not." He ultimately went with not playing. I don't know how I feel about that, but either way, we just didn't get the job done. We looked promising Sunday in the singles matches, but we just did not, you know.
Which rookie or newcomer are you most excited to watch?
He's not a newcomer, but he's one of he's been playing good lately. JJ Spawn, he's in the United States. He was almost out of the PGA Tour, and then the players back in like March, he went into a 3-hole playoff with my favorite golfer, Rory McIlroy.
Okay.
Rory wound up winning it, but then JJ Spawn went on to win the U.S. Open, which was pretty big, and he was on the Ryder Cup team.
I know football season's here already, but I know you're a big Patriots fan.
I am.
Let's talk about that. How do you feel about the Patriots rebuilding right now?
I feel good about it. I miss our old winning days, but I do think Drake May is very promising. I would have loved if we gone out and got like AJ Brown or T Higgins or Terry McLaurin, but it didn't work out. But I've got a lot of faith in Drake May. I think Drake May is very promising. I think he has a very high ceiling, and a lot of people disagree when I say this. He has a ceiling to be like Josh Allen. He's big. He can throw. Great runner of the football. Even yesterday, like he looked really good. I'm pretty sure he threw for 2 touchdowns, over 200 yards again, rushed for 1.
Yep.
And he did that. He's been throwing for 200 yards consistently and at least 2 touchdowns since the season started. And I think last year was really bad, but Drake May got thrown in a crappy situation there. But I like Mike Vrabel as a coach. I think he's really good. He's a former Patriot. He won 3 Super Bowls back in the early 2000s with Brady and all them. And I think it's good. New faces. Josh McDaniels is back at offensive coordinator. He sucks as a head coach, but has a great offensive mind. But I'm excited. We have the ceilings to be like, I think this year we could be a wild card team. I'll be delusional and say, yeah, we're gonna win the Super Bowl, but it's highly unlikely. But I think in the come 2-3 years, if we continue to get good guys and stuff, I think Drake May can win some Super Bowls for us. Like, I'm excited.
Which rivalry feels bigger to you, the Jets, Dolphins, or the Bills?
I don't even know because I think it's the Dolphins, because even when we had Brady, we would go into Hard Rock. That's where the Dolphins play in Miami.
Okay.
And we'd usually would just lose somehow. Like we would lose for no reason. Sometimes we got screwed over. The Bills, we always used to handle the Bills, so the Bills never really see anything with them. The Jets are the Jets, but like it's always the Dolphins always somehow just crept up on the Patriots for some reason. I would like to say like I like the Patriots and Ravens little rivalry, or the Raiders with them.
What about the Chiefs?
Or the Chiefs, but we took
were
care of
good yesterday.
We took care of business with them. We took care of business. My godfather, he's a Chiefs fan, but
How do you feel about that?
I don't care. Like
I
rooted for the Chiefs in their first Super Bowl, and then after a couple, I'm like, all right. Like last year, they were not a good 15-2 team. Their record did not they weren't that good. They had so many penalties and so many like scratch your head moments go their way. Realistically, they should have been like maybe like 10-7 or 12-5, not 15-2. In my opinion.
What would you say is the biggest issue with the team coaching, like the quarterback play, the roster depth?
Who, for the Patriots?
Yeah, or something else.
Our defensive coordinator just got diagnosed with cancer, so I don't know. I don't know how that will go. Hopefully,
can't you guys have sub backups or no?
Yeah. So I think a big issue is Ramondre Stevenson is our running back one at the moment, and I really just think he's getting a little too old.
Yeah.
He's not old, but he's old for a running back in the NFL standards. And we just drafted this guy in like the 2nd or 3rd round, Travion Henderson. Really good. I think I think he's really promising. He's a good kick returner as well. He's a good receiver of the football, and he's a good running back. I think he's pretty good. We also have Antonio Gibson, who also is pretty good. But I think going forward, I think we should move Travion Henderson to the running back one, and I think we should try and get Diggs the ball a little bit more because
Stefan Diggs.
Stephon Diggs, he's gonna maybe have his little prima donna stuff if he doesn't get the
Okay.
ball. You see that a lot with the Eagles when AJ Brown doesn't get the ball or when Devonta Smith doesn't get the ball. They're very prima donna like that. NFL receivers are very prima donnas.
Do you think Belichick's coaching style still works in today's NFL?
I don't even know because sometimes I don't think it was all Brady. I think Belichick had a big part in that dynasty, but you can't take away from what Brady did because Belichick said that he was washed and Brady went out and I thought he was washed too. Tom Brady did not look good in those last year with the Patriots. I remember watching that game, his last game ever, heartbroken. I was so pissed. And I thought he was done, but then he went out and obviously won a Super Bowl with Tampa. And I thought that Belichick it felt like he handled the Mac Jones situation horribly. I think he treated Mac Jones horribly. Um, I don't know how it's gonna translate with him in the college football scene now, because college guys got NIL now. They don't play for the love of the game. Like it's like people went to Alabama to go play for Nick Saban. Nick Saban, the greatest college football head coach of all time, has all these guys in the NFL, Heisman winners, national championships. You'd think those guys would look at it like, oh, Bill Belichick, the 6-time Super Bowl head coach, is coaching this college team. Let me go play for him and learn for him. But I think it was time. I think it definitely was time for Belichick to go. I think it was stupid that we hired Gerard Mayo. I thought we should have just hired Mikey Vrabel from the start. I don't know why we hired Gerard Mayo. Gerard Mayo is also an old Patriot. He played linebacker for us from like '07 to like 2016. So he had
That's
like
old.
some like 2 Super Bowls. But like I felt like, like it was pretty stupid because last year we sucked. But like it was also a good draft. We got a really good draft pick out of that year with Will Kembo. He's a left. I said that kind of sassy, but like
Sassy.
I he's a really good left tackle, and he handled TJ Watt very well. Had like almost no pressures, and I'm excited to see what he can do. On his draft night, he made me really excited. How he said he was a quarterback guy and stuff. So I'm excited for the Patriots' future. Yeah.
On that note, would you rather see the Patriots stick with tradition or completely reset with a younger coach?
Well, Mikey Vrabel's not that much of a young coach, and I think he's already setting a new culture because it's a big thing. Mike Vrabel, he's a linebacker. He was a linebacker. He's a big guy. He's like 6'4", and he's actively in practice wrestling with his guys. And I think he's building a good culture over there. But he played for Bill Belichick. He played for Bill Belichick for a good while. He won 3 Super Bowls with Bill Belichick. So Mike Vrabel knows what's up. He knows the Patriot way. He knows how to get the job done. And Mike Vrabel was a good coach with the Titans, but the Titans, they just suck. So I was really excited when we hired Mike Vrabel and when we hired Josh McDaniels back, because I think we can do some really good stuff because Drake May is only going to get smarter, better, stronger, all of that. And I'm excited. And I think if we can go out, get better draft picks year after year, get some more free agents and stuff, and I think it'll be good.
Okay. So now, Yankees and Patriots. If you had to pick one franchise as the greatest dynasty in all of American sports, Yankees or Patriots, who gets the crown?
That's a good question.
I would say Yankees. Sorry.
Because Jeter and them won 4 World Series in 5 years, but it's different with football. But like, if you told me right now what I want a Yankee Super Bowl, a Yankees World Series more than anything, because
it hasn't been done in a while.
I saw the Patriots win 3 Super Bowls, and I'm happy. I'm content with that. I'll see another one. I know it. But like I've yet in my 19 years of life to see Yankees
Yeah, that
actually
is
do.
true.
They've won one, but I didn't see it because I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
But that's a good question with the dynasty. Um, I'd have to say the Yankees for like that stretch from 96 to 2000. And also they just continue to win the pennant. And, I I think it's a different situation. I think they should have won in '03. They obviously should have won that American League Championship Series against the Red Sox in '04, and also they should have won in '01. If you eliminate the factor with 2001 and Mariano gets that save, the Yankees win 4 World Series in a row, winning 6 out of 5, and that's insane. So,
Which athlete to you had the bigger cultural impact, Derek Jeter or Tom Brady?
that's a good question. I
I feel like they're both equal.
I think maybe Tom Brady a little more. Tom Brady set the standard for quarterbacks. Tom Brady was that quarterback that went out and dated that supermodel.
Oh, which one?
Gisele?
I don't know.
You don't know her?
No.
You for sure do. No, but
Gisele
Tom
what?
Brady set that standard. Tom Brady was not supposed to be good. Tom Brady
Wait, it wasn't it that pop singer Taylor Swift? Or no?
bro, that you talking
No.
about Travis Kelsey? No, but Tom Brady was drafted out of the fifth. I'm pretty sure the fifth or sixth round. He was not short. He's like 6'4". He's scrawny, didn't have good arm strength. Tom Brady was not supposed to be good by any standards. And Tom Brady would won Super Bowls. Tom Brady would win Super Bowls without big name guys. Tom Brady wasn't the guy that wanted the biggest contract. Tom Brady had his endorsement, so he didn't need that. But Tom Brady was more centered around winning than most of these quarterbacks nowadays. All these people just want their bag. Tom Brady wanted to win. He wanted to dominate, and that's what he did. Tom Brady came back 28-3 in a Super Bowl. I remember that day when I saw Tom Brady come back 28-3. I remember thinking, damn, we're about to get blown out here. But then he mounted that comeback, and I have all the memories in the world. When I was younger, Jeter was on his way out. So
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could say Jeter's my favorite Yankee sometimes. I barely saw him.
So would you rather have A-Rod or Antonio Brown on your team, knowing all the chaos that comes with them?
I would rather have Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez, for as cocky and how much he was, he never asked Jeter. He never asked to play shortstop once. It's so known that Alex Rodriguez is the way better shortstop than Derek Jeter, and he never asked. He never had a question about it. A-Rod was insanely good, over 3,000 hits, 696 home runs, all that stuff. Alex Rodriguez was that guy. People forget how good Alex Rodriguez was.
So which team is closer to winning another championship right now, Yankees or Patriots?
It's the Yankees.
Yeah.
The Yankees.
The
Yankees are consistently making the postseason, and since Tom Brady left, the Patriots have only made it once, and that was back in 2021.
Yeah, I need to see something this year. It's like last year we were so close to winning the Dodgers.
Yeah,
and then
even though we lost 4-1, that doesn't reflect what the series actually was.
How do you feel about Jazz?
I like Jazz.
I do too.
I like him. For a lot of years, people were asking that the Yankees needed a guy with a lot of moxie and a lot of swagger and a lot of cockiness like him. But once you get it, you're like, you don't like it. And I don't know. Jazz Chisholm is one of like Brian Cashman's better pickups.
I just don't like how he's always injured.
He's not that injured that much.
He was.
Giancarlo Stanton's always injured,
but he's back now.
He's good, and I'm excited to see playoff Stanton. I just want for this postseason, I just want to see Aaron Judge do amazing and him win his third MVP, which should be his fourth, but his third MVP.
Didn't he win it last?
He won it last year,
yeah.
And then he won it in 2022. He should have won it his rookie year as well, but
I don't know. Yankees tomorrow. nerve-wracking.
I am nervous. I am nervous because Garrett Crochet is an absolute beast.
Red Sox.
Yeah, he's a Red Sox pitcher. He's the one pitching. It's Max Fried versus Garrett Crochet, and it should be really good. You know, Max Fried was also a good pickup. I'd also feel a whole lot better if we had Garrett Cole this postseason.
You know who I really like now? They call him Rice.
Ben O'Rice.
Yeah.
Well, that's his last name, Rice.
Yeah. I have my Yankee jerseys, Judge. I was
had
supposed
Soto.
to get Soto.
I had Soto. For my 18th birthday, I asked, like, yo, get me a Soto jersey. And I'm like, damn, like, I really hope he doesn't leave. And then he
He
left.
did leave. And now he's playing trash.
No, he had a good year. He had a good year.
No.
Yes, he did.
Have you seen the way he was throwing?
Did you see his stats? At least his hitting stats. He hit it really good. He's
It
in
was
the MVP.
terrible.
Dude, he's in the MVP conversation in the NL. What are you talking about?
Nah, we don't like Soto over here.
Yeah, I don't like Soto either, but he's still good. He's just a money chasing.
Yeah. And that is how we're going to end off our podcast today.
Thank you for having me on, Val.
Yes, of course.
I'm a certified ball knower.
You.
Were you surprised?